Hey guys, here is a quick 15-minute routine to help improve sleep. It is a routine made for guys over 40 in mind. So if you are less flexible, newer to yoga, this is going to be more appropriate for your fitness level and your flexibility level. By the end of this routine, you're going to be feeling way more calm, you're going to be feeling ready for sleep, and you should notice it the first night. Go ahead and take it down onto your back. You're going to keep your right leg extended out in front of you. Press your lower back into the ground and then bring your left knee in toward the chest. You can place both hands on top of the left knee. Pull that in just as much as you can without discomfort through the low back. If your lower back is tighter, you might notice that that knee should stay a little bit higher up, not as much discomfort through the lower back. But if it feels okay, you can bring that knee in like you're pulling it in toward the shoulder. It also helps to create a little bit of core engagement through this left side of your abs. So if you can naturally kind of tighten up there, if you can tighten up through the hip flexors, that's going to help with this stretch. And our goal here is to use this engagement, this light engagement through the core, through your hips, to release the lower back. So slow, controlled breathing in and out of your nose, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your head. If you want to close your eyes, you're welcome to do that. And just aiming for a little bit of release, a little bit of tension relief. Not trying to set any flexibility records here. The goal is to relax the body through stretching and breath awareness. And try to focus on that throughout the entire routine. All right, let's switch sides. So now you're going to bring your right knee in toward the shoulder. Again, try to keep your lower back flat on the ground here. And we're going to engage. So you want to squeeze the muscles just lightly through the right side of your core. So maybe a little bit of obliques, maybe a little bit of abs. And then also tightening through the hip flexors to help facilitate that lower back stretch. Do your best to relax onto the ground with your back and your head and neck. If you notice that you're kind of looking behind you just because your posture is a little rounded, what you can do there is you can put a block or a pillow underneath your head, and that's just going to make this a bit more comfortable. So if you do notice that your posture there is, not as good as it used to be because maybe you spent a lot of time sitting at a desk or hunched over your phone, pretty normal. Then having that block there is going to help out. And again, we want to try and keep the shoulders loose here, keep the shoulders relaxed, making sure that we're not squeezing the shoulders up near the head, but keeping those down and relaxed. And then hopefully feeling just a light release through your lower back here. And slow, controlled breathing in and out of the nose. And I'll explain why in the next pose, but you do want to have that slow, controlled nasal breathing. All right, let's go ahead and release. And then from here, I'm going to have you grab that strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use a belt, you can use a dog leash. Get creative, you can find something. I also use deadlifting straps. That's another thing that'll work for the strap. So we're going to lay down on your back once again. Put the strap around the sole of your foot. If you have tight calves and you want to get your calves a little bit more here, you can put the strap around the ball mounds of the foot. And then we're going to start by just bringing the knee in toward the chest again. Keep this lower back, your left lower back on the ground. And then straighten the leg as much as you need to until you feel stretching through the back of your left leg. So we're going to target your hamstrings here. If you have really tight calves, or just generally tight calves, normally tight calves, you're going to feel that through the back of the lower leg as well. And then if you're tighter, your leg might not be as far up, right? So I'm pretty flexible. I can get my leg pretty far into my body. If you're not that flexible, your leg might be further away from you. The important thing is to just be able to feel that stretch through the back of the left thigh. It might also help to push the back of the left knee forward, straightening that leg more. Make sure you're slowing down that breathing. Slow, controlled, in and out of the nose. And even if it's a little bit intense, just because those muscles are so tight, that's okay. If you can focus on slowing down the breathing as you're doing this, and just in general concentrating on keeping that slow, controlled breath, you're going to finish this feeling a little bit tired, which is good because that will help you go to sleep as well. If you want to add in that calf stretch, try to get your toes lower than your heels. So if you do a lot of walking, or if you do a lot of sitting in a chair and not enough ankle work, then that should feel nice. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. So now right foot gets the strap, left leg goes straight out. Again, if you want to target your calves a little bit more, you can put the strap on the ball mound of the foot. But if that's too complicated, you can also just put it on the sole of the foot. So we're going to start with bringing the knee in toward the shoulder so the leg can start bent. And then from there, extending the leg just until you feel the stretch through your right hamstrings. And again, your leg might be further away from you, right? So you might be here and still feeling a great stretch of the hamstrings. You just want to make sure that you're doing this stretch in a way that applies to your flexibility levels. Don't just mirror me. Do the pose as it works for you. If you're doing that correctly, you're going to feel stretching through the back of your right thigh. You're going to feel stretching through your right calf, the gastrocnemius, and you're also going to feel maybe a little bit of release through the lower back. If you're feeling too much straining in the lower back, bring the leg forward a little bit. And again, slow, controlled breathing in and out of the nose. And the reason why that's important is because it helps you to relax. It's also more efficient. You use less of your body's resources when you breathe in and out of the nose. It's also less strain on the body. So these are all good reasons to focus on that slow, controlled breathing in and out of the nose. Even if it's not normal, if it's hard to do, keep practicing. Try to do this stuff 2 to 3 times a week, and it will get easier with time. All right, go ahead and release. Put that strap to the side, and from here we're going to go into a reclined twist. So knees are going to start over the hips, arms come out to the sides, and then I like to do this really slowly. So very, very slowly bring your legs over to the right. Try to keep your left shoulder on the ground. And if you notice that that left shoulder does come off the ground, that's okay. That just means that your back is a little bit tighter. Over time, that shoulder will get closer to the ground. It also helps to put your right hand on top of your left knee. This is going to help you go deeper into that stretch. Now, this twist is great for your lower back, but it's also a really good one to work on breathing. So as you're inhaling, push into or push out against your rib cage with the inhale. And then as you exhale, see if you can relax that left shoulder closer to the ground. Do that for 3 more breaths. And this conscious focus on your breathing helps with stress relief tremendously. So you might notice release of tension through the body, but by the end of this, you might also notice that you're less stressed in your mind as well. All right, back to the middle. Arms straight out to the sides in a T. And again, nice and slow. Slowly bring your legs over to the left. Try to keep your right shoulder on the ground. Maybe you hear some popping through your low back as you do this. That's always a bonus. And again, if you're tighter and you notice that that right shoulder comes off the ground, totally fine. That just means you're a little bit tighter through the lower back. When you do this stuff consistently, that tightness will get better. You'll get more open, and the stretching will feel easier too. Keep in mind there's a learning curve to this. So if it doesn't click right away, keep coming back to it. Try to be consistent. Again, 3 times per week, and within a month, you should notice that you're feeling a lot better. All right, I'll shut up so you guys can focus on the breathing part here. 2 more breaths. All right, then go ahead and bring your legs back to the middle. From here, we're going to go into a reclined figure four. This is a great one for your hips. I'm going to show you two ways to do this. One if you're less flexible, one if you're more flexible. So level one, you're going to cross your left ankle over your right foot, over your right thigh like this, forming this figure four with your leg. And then you're going to grab the back of the right thigh with your hands and hold here. Now, ideally, you want this leg to come down so that this shin is parallel to the floor. You also want to flex your toes toward the shin and keep this foot active. That's going to help protect the knee. That's going to help make the muscles around the knee active, and that should prevent any knee discomfort as you're doing this. So this is level one. And by the way, if you notice that your head comes off the ground as you're doing this, and that's uncomfortable, you can place a block under your head like this, and that's just going to allow you to do this in a little bit more relaxed way. If you want to make this more intense, what you can do is bring your heel in toward the butt and then grab the shin instead of the back of the thigh, and this will help create a more intense stretch. So don't feel obligated to do the second variation. You just want to pick whichever one is going to give you the better stretch but allows you to feel relaxed. Maybe another day, you want to focus on pushing your flexibility, but for the purpose of this routine, for stress relief, for that winding down, getting better sleep, I would say don't push yourself. So just choose the stretch that feels good. Remember to keep your body relaxed. Keep breathing in and out of the nose. And you should feel stretching through the outer left hip as you're doing this, your glutes. Might also feel some release through your lower back. And hopefully not too much tension through your head or neck. If you are, use the block like you see me doing. All right, let's switch sides. So again, level one, crossing the right ankle over the left thigh, making sure that that shin is parallel to the ground, and then you're flexing the toes toward the shin to keep that leg active. Reach your hands through your legs, grab the back of the left thigh, and then it helps to think turning your knee to face out to the right here. So this rotation comes from the hip. You're externally rotating the hip to turn that knee to face out, and that's what's going to get the desired stretch in your external hip rotators, in your glutes. This is important. It helps your knees. It also helps with tension in your lower back. And then again, level two is grabbing the back of the shin. Try to slow down your breathing. Keep your shoulders, your head, your neck relaxed. And again, you might feel this in your lower back as well. Try to keep the lower back relaxed. If you notice that your body's kind of fighting that, if you're holding on to that tension, squeeze your abs just a tiny bit. Okay, so squeeze the muscles that you would use in a plank or if someone were about to punch you in the stomach, which isn't very relaxing, but that's how you think about core engagement. Squeeze those muscles lightly, and that will help with the lower back. Last breath. All right, and then go ahead and release. You're going to take the block out from your head if you have it there. We're going to bring your legs out, straight out in front of you. And go ahead and move your legs from side to side. Wiggle them back and forth. Let them release. And then bring your arms. They can be along your sides. I've always found that that's not really that comfortable, though, with them straight along the sides. So if you bring your arms out and let your arms just kind of flop, let your palms face up, that's going to feel more relaxed. Lift your head up. Tuck your chin in toward your throat and think about lengthening the back of the neck on the ground. That's going to be more relaxing for your head. Move your head from side to side. Wiggle your fingers a little bit. And just give yourself a minute here. So this is called a corpse pose. And the goal is to be aware of the body, but also slowly lose awareness of the body, which sounds contradictory, and it is. But you start with being aware of the body, and then you get so still and you let go of tension as you're going through this pose. And by the end of it, it feels kind of weird to move. You also notice that you just don't have as much awareness in the body because you're not really moving at all. You're staying still. And it's a great way to help you kind of silence the mind and also get rid of stress before bed. Make sure you're focusing on that slow, controlled breathing. Every exhale, letting a little bit more tension out of the shoulders, letting a little bit more tension out of the hips. Let your legs just kind of fall so your feet turn out to the sides. You're not trying to keep them facing up, but just letting those muscles in the hips relax. And you can stay here for as long as you want, depending on how much time you have, depending on, if you've got to get back to the kids, or if you've got other work to do tonight, or whatever other obligations. Stay here for as long as you want. And hopefully when you finish, again, feeling a lot more calm, a lot less stress, and that's what's going to help with getting better sleep. Okay, so I'm going to end that there. That's about 15 minutes. Guys, hope you enjoyed that routine. If you did, be sure to subscribe. Don't miss out on future workouts. Put out a new one every week. Leave a comment. You have some feedback, a question, or a recommended topic for future videos. And yeah, thanks for watching here, guys. I hope to see you on another video soon. If you want to check out the first workout that we did from this stress relief evening series for guys over 40, click over here and you can watch that video right now. Okay, guys, have a good one.